Hey y'all, Greg Niblock here, and this is video number 3 in our job loss survival series. And we're going to focus on finances, and this is going to be an introduction to finances. When someone loses their job, it can be financially catastrophic, right? And I truly feel for anybody that's going through such an ordeal. A job loss is a life challenge that millions of people, just like you, have faced, including myself. And you can and will get through this. As with all challenges, there are difficulties to face and overcome before victory is achieved. Say hallelujah. All right. I bet you recall the biblical saying, the truth will, that's right, set you free. Everybody knows that it goes to church and listen to their mama, right? Well, that saying is found in John 8:32. And it is a quote from Jesus talking to the Jews. The full quote is, if you hold to my teachings, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Let me say it again. The full quote is this: if you hold to my teachings, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. All right. So sometimes we take things out of context by lifting the part of a quote that we like out of the quote and leave other things out. And I think that's the case here. The truth will set you free. That's just part of it, right? The teachings of Jesus were hard, particularly for the Jewish elite. Maybe a better saying for us is the truth will set you free, but it might make you a little miserable first. I mean, that's the truth, right? We must first recognize what the truth is. And if you lost your job, that means you're probably lost your income, and that's pretty miserable. However, the good news is once you understand your situation, you can then formulate the necessary action to bring yourself in line with the truth, which again may involve some misery. But this is how the truth will set you free. Okay? We may have to go through a little heat, right? And in the Bible, it talks about these trials of going through the fire. And right now, if you've lost your job, that's what's happening. You're going to go through a little bit of fire. So for the truth to set you free, we're going to have to take a little bit of misery along with it and overcome that. All right, so this topic will really get personal and require us to ask and answer some really hard questions. Like, do I really need something or do I just want something? The difference between needs and wants. Since your income has been cut, obviously something's going to have to give because you can't spend money you don't have, right? This is hard stuff. I acknowledge that. And you want to get through this, right? You want me to tell you the truth, right? Okay, so I'm going to have to talk about some hard things. But we are in survival mode, right? We are going to survive this, and we're going to meet the challenge, and we are going to achieve victory, right? And what is that victory? The victory is going to be we're going to get through this. We're going to get us a job, right? So that we can feed our family and have a nice life. Say hallelujah. All right, so when talking about your finances, finances are made up of two basic elements. And intuitively, you know this. Number one is income. That would be money coming into your household. And number two is expenses. That's money going out, right? Paying for stuff. We normally call this a budget. And that's sort of gotten a bad name, right? But a budget really is a good thing, and we're going to talk about that. And to survive, these two elements need to match up. They can't be out of line. They got to match up. All right. Basically, and again, you really already know this, you want to maximize the income coming into your household, and you want to minimize or reduce your expenses. Of course, that's easy to say, but sometimes difficult to do, right? Obviously, your finances are being squeezed, after losing your regular source of income through your job. Therefore, we need to replace that income as best we can until we find our next permanent job. And we need to reduce to bare bones our expenses. So, our job is to figure out ways to increase your income from things like filing for unemployment or doing odd jobs, selling unneeded stuff, and at the same time cut unnecessary expenses and develop a plan for spending less. All this is going to be discussed in the next 2 posts or videos, which is going to be part 4 in our job loss survival series, Finances, Expenses, and then part 5 in our job loss series, Finances, Income. So I look forward to seeing you on our next video, and I hope this is being of value to you. And I want you to know I feel for you. I really do. And that's the reason we're doing this video, is to try to help folks out. And I hope it does. And I want to offer you blessings on your family and on your job situation. And I hope you find something real quick. I'm Greg Niblock, bankruptcy and personal injury attorney. Have a great day.